It's weird. It's weird to be in the midst of a conversation where a person, like the person that you're talking to, doesn't realize they're boring. It's it's fucking weird. It's just like, how dare you not have the insight to realize that your life doesn't mean shit to me? Like that thing that you did last week, I don't give a fuck about it. There's like this childlike naivety about it where you just don't realize that your life is boring and no one gives a shit. And I'm a person like that categorically. I think I am boring as shit. And why am I sharing it? Why am I sharing it? Why? I think it's because I'm so boring that I feel like I need to contextualize my existence and share the mediocrity with the masses. I feel like legit boring is just like a monument to my boredom with myself. I bore the shit out of myself, and that's why I say I'm boring, because I think a lot of people don't think I'm boring, but I feel fucking boring as shit. And that's why I'm constantly changing things about me. That's why I kind of am unique, is because I am constantly changing. Um, so many components of my presentation, my expression are fluid, and I don't necessarily think that a person that lacks fluidity isn't entertaining or is boring by any means, but that's the way that I kind of manifest my boredom with myself, is by doing interesting things and thinking. I have thoughts about my thoughts. I'm constantly thinking, and it's really weird to have a conversation with somebody who, it's not necessarily just the lack of insight into knowing that like everyday life is boring as shit and why would I want to hear about it, but the surface ness of it. Like you're not delving into any part of this experience that you're telling me about. You're literally just telling me point for point like a sequence of events rather than like your feelings about the events or your mind, how that's changed in some way. Because I think everybody's interesting, but not everybody is interesting. Like everyone has depth to their experience that makes them interesting, but not everyone delves into that. And it's really odd to run into people that don't. Like I feel like it's just like the difference between someone being like exercising mindfulness in an experience where like drinking a cup of tea is, it's nice. You drinking something that tastes good, but like what are the notes of the flavor? What is the first thing that you taste? What's the second thing that you taste? What's the aftertaste? What feel the warmth of the cup? What does it feel like to you? What does it remind you of? How does it feel in your mouth? How does it feel going down your throat? How does it feel in your belly? um, just exploring all facets of an experience. And I guess it's not really the conversation itself, the things that a person is saying. It's just there's no injection of your own personal perspective into describing this experience. I just I had a conversation with some people today that just bored the living shit out of me, and I think in the past I would have found it annoying. I would have been upset about it. It's really impatient, but it's kind of admirable to be boring and to be satisfied, because that's really what it is. It's me being a fucking elitist about the human experience. Like you think that just going to work and something happening at work one day is entertaining? You're out here microdosing life. while I'm trying to fucking take a sip from a fucking fire hose. Life is so fucking intricate, so many things going on at once that like talking about everything at face value is so fucking boring to me. And that's why I come here is to expound upon what I find most boring, what I find most dull, and that's me. Wow.